We need to be honest about this debate. We need to talk about it point blank. Joe Biden's old, but you knew that. Everybody in America knew that. The reality of this situation here is not this debate. It's understanding that Joe Biden and America is running against the existential threat in Donald Trump that is threatening to destroy the fabric and the seams of this country.
Some of y'all looking at this whole situation all wrong. This situation is no longer about how competent or how sturdy you think Biden is. It's about how dangerous Trump is. Y'all can't get caught up on how slow Biden talks and forget how fast Trump lies. This is not an issue of who's the most competent speaker. This is an issue of our freedom. We know that Trump is coming back into office because he's on a revenge tour. He's on a tour to get back anybody who has crossed him, who has prosecuted him, who has done him wrong. And the Supreme Court just told him that he has the right to commit criminal acts in office and get away with it scot-free, so he can commit acts to get back anybody that he wanted to get back, and there's nothing we can do about it any longer. The Supreme Court has made it very clear that they wanted to make sure that Donald Trump had as much power as he wanted. But I guarantee you, if Biden does anything wrong, those same people who was trying to give Trump all the power he wanted will try to hammer Biden on every issue that he does. We're living in some very dangerous times, and I can't articulate it the way I want to, so I'm gonna let my brother Isaiah Martin articulate it to you. Since I've had my stroke, I'm not as quick with it and as quick to the tongue as he is. I think I should hear what he got to say. Brother Isaiah Martin, go ahead and tell the people what they need to hear.
We need to be honest about this debate. We need to talk about it point blank. Joe Biden's old, but you knew that. Everybody in America knew that. The reality of this situation here is not this debate. It's understanding that Joe Biden and America is running against the existential threat in Donald Trump that is threatening to destroy the fabric and the seams of this country. That's not hyperbole. That's not a joke. That's not a game. It is real life with real consequences. This is not a normal presidential election. This is not some type of both sides of this. This is a situation in which Donald Trump is trying to wreck our lives. Because let me tell you something. In a year from now, are you going to be sitting here when we've seen a further elimination of our rights for the right to vote, the rights of people to have kids, IVF? Are we going to be sitting here at that point when they're stripped away and we're talking about a debate? When we see Donald Trump go and reward the very people that are buying up all the homes in our neighborhood, the corporations, by rewarding them and giving them a tax cut, are we going to be sitting here and talking about a debate? When this man tries to go and jack up the prices of everything that you buy, when he tries to put a tariff on everything to make sure that you pay more out of your pocket, are we going to be sitting here worried about a debate in America? Absolutely not. We will not be sitting here in June of 2025 and talking about a debate. This will be a question of whether or not we stood up for our values and whether or not we stood up for our ideals. We will not let this convicted felon, who we have seen throughout the entirety that he was in office, that left us out to dry when we were strung out after a once-in-a-generation pandemic, we will not let this man destroy everything that those that have come before us have died to create. We will not stand for it. So the time is now to wake up, to be serious, and do everything you need to do to make sure that Joe Biden gets across that finish line. I don't care how he's sounded. This is a fight for our future and a fight for America. Now let's get it done and let's make sure he wins.